67, and this is your motion to extend a previously granted anti-harassment order that is coming up on its expiration date. So I've received your motion to extend the order. Also proof that the motion to extend the order was served on Mr. Emick. I do not see Mr. Emick here, and I'm going to check the record to see if he has made any kind of response. Don't believe so. No. All right. Then, okay, Ms. Pierpoint, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to extend your anti-harassment order.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Now, I do recall from reviewing the record in your case that Mr. Emick was subsequently convicted of a criminal violation of that order. I'm going to extend your anti-harassment order for an additional 5 years.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. I appreciate that.
All right, Ms. Pierpoint, I've signed your extended anti-harassment order for another 5 years.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Yeah, I did receive notice that the order and notice of the hearing was not served on Mr. Clausen.
Yeah, the sheriff's department wasn't able to locate him, and I've been unable to locate him separately since he doesn't appear to have a fixed address.
All right. So would you like me to extend your hearing a couple of weeks to give you time to get him served?
Yes, please.
Okay, we'll do that. We'll pick a date here. What do we got?
Okay.
All right, and I'll sign the order extending your temporary order for another 2 weeks.
Thank you.
Mr. Harvey, if you activate your audio and video, please. Thank you.
Yes.
All right, Mr. Harvey, looks like we do not have any proof of service on Mr. Clausen.
No, Thurston County Sheriff was unable to serve him because he doesn't have a fixed address, and his mother refused service because that's the only place he gets mail. However, I have found out he now has a CCO because of a case in Pierce County. And he has a hearing he has to attend in person or, go to prison for like 10 years on the 17th. So I should be able to arrange service, outside that courtroom.
Okay, we've had 2 prior resets. Since you've provided me some information that you now have a much greater hope of getting Mr. Clausen served, I'll reset this one last time. We won't reset after this. If you're unsuccessful in getting him served, we can't just keep dragging this case along.
I understand.
So, all right. And the hearing is the 17th of January?
Correct.
So don't go to the 21st because you need time to respond. So the one after that is the 27th. Okay. So your next hearing date will be the 27th of January.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And that'll be in courtroom 3. And the temporary order that was previously issued will remain in effect through that date. What will happen is we will email you a copy. Email new service packet. We'll email you a copy of the new service packet, and you'll want to arrange. In this case, it looks like it was originally sent to Tumwater, and obviously you don't want to do that if he's going to be up in Pierce County. So we'll have to change that to Pierce County Sheriff's. I'll change the law enforcement agency from Tumwater Police Department to Pierce County Sheriff's Office to serve it, and you'll want to coordinate with them.
Understood.
Okay. All right. You're all done. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day, Your Honor.
You too. Mr. Harvey, it looks like we don't have service on Mr. Clausen.
No, because he failed to appear for his mandatory hearing. So now he's got a bunch of bench warrants.
Yep. So I think this has been reset. This is the 4th hearing. So at this point, I think we're going to call it into it. If at some point you believe you can get him served, you can refile this. But for now, we can't just keep carrying it hearing to hearing to hearing.
I understand. And yeah, well, once he's fileable, it'd probably be a moot point for several years anyway, since he's already pled guilty and was an alternate sentencing and couldn't be bothered to do any of the work. So
he may have a separate place to live, which won't bother you.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we'll just dismiss it for now. You're welcome to file at a later date if you believe it's necessary.
Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Harvey. Thanks for your patience today.
Thank you. You too.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
422 for anti-harassment order against John Gerasimchik. And again, let's see, as of December 12th, we received a notice of non-service. It looks like they weren't able to serve him.
Correct.
Okay.
Thurston County Sheriff's Office has not been able to access the house because of the locked gate at the bottom of the driveway. They've tried to call him multiple times with his phone going to voicemail directly. I tried to have him serve at his workplace, which is in Lakewood. I was told by Lakewood PD that they were told by his workplace he is still employed there, but that he won't be back in office until January.
All right. Would you like another extension to get him served?
Yes, please.
Okay. And January 6th again. Yeah, it looks like that's going to be the next date. Okay. All right. Then there is no temporary order to extend in this instance, but we'll set the court date for you for January 6th.
Thank you.
All right. We'll see you here then.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So Mr. Gerasimchik has not been served. I suspect you know that. And
Suspected that.
not at work, not at home. The officer's indicating. And looks like they've tried it a couple of times, sheriff's office, and then looks like maybe one few police, I couldn't tell. It's been reset a couple of times, so I'm not inclined to reset it unless you can tell me you know exactly how to get him served.
At this point, no. When I had Lakewood PD try to serve him before the previous hearing, they were told that he would be back at work in January. And they had tried to reach out to him via phone and Thurston County Sheriff as well. They were told it went straight to voicemail is what I was told. I believe it was Officer Cooper. And so I resubmitted the paperwork to Lakewood PD this previous Thursday, and they said they would work on serving him because it was in January and that he would be back at work.
Okay, and did you check with them to see if they've
I tried to call them. It was on a Saturday though, and they were closed.
Okay, well, I mean, you're here. I'll let you go out and call them right now, and you can come in and let me know whether they've served him or not.
Okay.
Okay, so if you want to go call them and then come on back in here.
Okay.
Ms. Nishman. What did you learn from Lakewood PD?
So they said that as of right now, John still has not been served with the paperwork. They did make multiple attempts since this past Thursday. And they were told that he hasn't been at work for about a month and a half. They've tried to contact him via phone. It goes to voicemail again.
Okay.
His workplace didn't give him any other additional information. I was told last time that he is still employed there. That's all I know.
All right. Has the behavior continued?
It has not continued. However, this has happened previously and it did start again.
Okay. All right. Well, at this point, I'll just enter a denial order. We're not going to reset. If it happens again, or if you figure out how to get them served, you can always come back and make that request without a reasonable likelihood that it's going to be served. We're not going to just keep setting it for hearing.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'll give you a copy of the order showing that.
4-3. Right. So Mr. Brett and Mr. Stanciu, would you please turn on your cameras and microphones, please? No.
I can hear you. I just can't. It will not allow the camera to turn on.
Okay. Okay. Well, I saw you there for a brief second, but now I can hear you. Okay. Oh, there. It looks like we may have both camera and sound. All right. So Mr. Stanciu, I was looking at my file here, and I didn't see that you had been served. So obviously you have notice of the hearing today. Are you going to be ready to proceed today?
Yes.
Okay. Excellent. All right, then what I will do, I'll give you a brief description of how the hearing will go this morning. First, I will swear the parties in, and then Mr. Brett, you will go first. You're the petitioner, and you'll explain to me why it is that you believe you're entitled to an anti-harassment order. I'll consider the petition that you have already filed, any exhibits that were filed with that, any witnesses that you may have, or any declarations that were filed. I don't think there were any. Okay. And then after I've heard from you, then it'll be Mr. Sansio, it'll be your turn. Same thing, you'll testify in response to the petition. And also I will consider if you have any witnesses or other declarations. Again, I don't think any were filed. After I've heard from each of you, then I'll make a decision as to whether or not an anti-harassment order will be granted. During the time the other party is telling me their side of things, I'm just going to ask that you please let them do that. Don't interrupt them, even if you think that you're hearing things that aren't true or inaccurate. Just keep in mind that I have already heard your side of the story, or in a couple minutes I will hear your side of the story, and you'll get to tell me your side. So let the other party tell their side. And then I may need to ask you questions just to clarify and make sure that I understand, what you're telling me, and that we keep things focused on facts and issues that are going to actually help me decide this case. All right, so with that in mind, can I ask Mr. Stanciu to please raise your right hand? And do each of you swear that the testimony that you give in this case will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Brett, go ahead, sir.
Yes. So I am asking for this protection order because an issue happened where a witness who's here today, Brenda Botez, showed up at my door, and during that interaction, Benjamin Sanchu was on the phone. And whilst that was happening, Benjamin Sanchu stated that he wished to kill me and that he would put me in the ground. And knowing that he has my home address as well as my work address, I felt incredibly threatened by this statement and would like to be legally protected in case he decides to show up at my home or my work with any intent to harm me.
All right. Is there any particular reason that you believe that he would do that?
Because I believe that he may do that because his daughter was staying with me at that time, and it seemed to me that he was under the impression that I had taken her against her will, and I stated that she had chosen that, and have spoken with multiple police officers confirming that she is safe and here of her own will. But I am concerned that as a parent that they may not believe that and may still intend to cause me harm.
Is the daughter an adult?
Yes, she's 18 years old.
All right. Is there anything else that you would like me to know, Mr. Brett?
No, sir. I believe that is all the information.
Okay. And do you have any witnesses or anybody else who you want me to hear from?
I do not.
Okay, very good. All right, then I'm going to hear from you, Mr. Stanciu. Go ahead, sir.
Your Honor, there is just about everything you said is true, other than the fact that he's been threatened. I mean, we are concerned for our daughter. Our daughter, the reason why we showed up at his porch, or I didn't, but Brenda Botez, the witness, did, was that our daughter 2 months ago wrote a suicide note based on this individual. And so we were a little concerned about her. We wanted to lay eyes on her. We actually called the police to meet us there. They never arrived in time. They asked us to leave, and we did. And so I have no ill will toward Brighton. I have no idea who he is. It's the first time I've ever seen him in person. It's the first time I ever heard his voice. And so I had no idea of his address until he laid it on this petition that he laid to me. My witness never even provided me with his address, nor did I have any intention of going out there to meet him or see him. We were just looking for our daughter. We were a little bit concerned about her. A couple officers did come by his house a couple hours later and called us and let us know that she is there and that she is there with her understanding and wanting to stay there. We told them that was fine. She's 18 years old. There's nothing more we can do. I mean, they're going to have to figure out the hard way the decisions they're making right now, and turning their back on their family is going to be the cause of a serious issues in their lives. So we're going to allow her to do that. I mean, there's nothing more we can do. We've attempted everything we possibly can to show our daughter and bring her home, and she's chosen a different path. So I have no ill will towards Brighton. I have no intention of ever seeing him. Hopefully, he never comes back here. But I will say, Your Honor, he did show up at my home and removed items from my home with my daughter. I didn't appreciate that. The day before he filed this, he showed up here with my daughter to pick her up, I'm assuming, and started removing items from my home. But I do not know him from Adam as of from today. And so that's pretty much my testimony. And I wish him the best of life, but that is what it is at this moment.
Okay. And then is Brenda somebody who you had come in here to testify for you?
She was the one at his porch. She is
Okay.
Aubrey's mother.
Okay. Is it Brenda Botes? Okay. Can you turn on your microphone?
Oh, can you hear me? Sorry about that.
I can. All right. Before you testify, let me have you raise your right hand, please. Do you swear the testimony that you give in this case will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
All right. And Ms. Botes, what would you like me to know?
Yeah, I mean, agreed with Ben. He didn't make any threats, and I think in the heat of the moment, again, I was there. I showed up at Brighton's doorstep. I had her dad on speaker. We were concerned because Brighton took her away. Well, we came to find out Brighton he drove all the way to Kalama from Olympia to pick up Aubrey and then bring him back to his place of residence. So like Ben said, we wanted to lay eyes on her, make sure she was okay. She wouldn't come to the door. She wouldn't answer. So we were concerned for her safety. And I made the call to the police department to come out and just do a welfare check, which they eventually did later that evening. But again, we're parents. We were concerned. Ben lives again in Kalama. He works in Gresham, Oregon. You know, he's over 100 miles away. There's no risk of any type of issue happening.
Okay. And what's your relationship to Aubrey?
Yes, she's my daughter. She's my firstborn, only girl.
All right, understood. Okay. All right. So when you were, I just have a question about the circumstances of that gave rise to this. So you were on Mr. Brett's front doorstep, basically.
Correct.
Okay. Okay. And tell me how it is that Mr. Stanciu was able to communicate with Mr. Brett in those circumstances. How did that work, and how did it come about, and what was said?
When I approached the door, I had him on speakerphone on my cell phone, and so that was it. That was the only way they were communicating, if you would call it that.
Okay. Now, Mr. Brett said that. Well, I'm going to go to that part of the petition here because I don't want to get it wrong. There we go. Okay, this is what Mr. Brett said that Benjamin said. He said, "You have no idea who you're dealing with. I will put you in the ground, followed by I will kill you." Did you hear words like that said?
Absolutely not, Your Honor. I did not ever hear those words come out of anyone's mouths. No, those words were never said.
Okay. So from your point of view, though, what was said?
Well, honestly, Your Honor, I was the one talking and I couldn't really hear anything that Ben was saying on the speakerphone. It was like the back and forth conversation between me and this gentleman, and I was calling for my daughter. I honestly, I was calling him names because I said that he was a predator because, you know, he started dating my daughter at the age of 17. He's in his 20s. I thought, you know, so whatever he claims he heard, I don't understand because it was me mostly talking to Brett this entire time. I told him what he was doing was wrong. I told him that how many children did he raise, that he had the audacity to come and take my own child away, and, you know. So, to be honest, I'm surprised this Ben was brought into the picture at all.
All right, thank you. I appreciate that. All right, Mr. Sansu, is there anything else?
No, not at all. It's sad that it's come to this. I feel bad that we're trying to use our court systems, to be honest, Judge, against us just to keep us away from our kid. It's a little hard to take for sure, but we'll kind of lay at your mercy to find out what's going to happen next.
Okay, thank you, sir. All right. Thank you both. Thank you all three. And I think I have what I need to decide this case. Now, obviously a situation like this is fraught with emotion. Parents are understandably concerned about their child, even when their child's 18 and technically an adult. That doesn't mean that they stop being concerned. Anybody who's a parent knows that. Sometimes, in a heated moment, people will say things that they, on calm reflection would never say and certainly wouldn't mean. But that's the reason we have hearings like this, is because when these cases are initiated, the court only hears one side of the story. Hearing like this, obviously the court gets to hear all sides of the story. Now, I made the decision I did in the case initially out of an abundance of caution. I think that was warranted, but listening to all of you and what you have to say here, it sounds to me like, one, I'm not really convinced by a preponderance of the evidence that there was any meaningful threat or true threat issued. And two, there was no course of conduct. In other words, in a harassment case, in order for anti-harassment order to be granted, there has to be a course of conduct directed at a specific person, and a course of conduct means something more than a single incident. And in my view, after listening to what you all have told me, this was a single incident and not a course of conduct. So based on the lack of proof of a course of conduct and my inability to find by preponderance of the evidence that a significant or real threat was issued, I'm going to deny the petition for an anti-harassment order at this time. So things might be different if there were to be a course of conduct, but as of now, with the evidence in front of the court, I don't see one. So at this point, there can't be an anti-harassment order based on the record. All right. So that will conclude your hearing for today.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you for your time, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
First thing I'm going to do is find out who's here. So if you're in the courtroom, raise your hand, get my attention. Likewise, if you're on the screen, you can unmute and let me know you're present.
I'm present.
Yeah, well, how about if you wait till I call your name? So, Cindy Perrette, we do not have any indication that Claudio Perrette has been served with the notice of hearing for today. Without that, we can't do anything, and it probably means that Claudio Perrette has no idea that this hearing is occurring.
Supuestamente me iban a mandar los papeles a correo de casa.
They were supposed to send me the documents to my house, and I never received anything.
And Claudio is not somebody you know.
Nomás lo he visto de vista, pero así que lo conozco yo así muy bien. No.
I've just seen him, but it's not that I know him.
So even though you both have the same last name, you're not related.
Exactamente, no estamos relacionados.
Exactly, we're not related.
The other one says we sent the service packet to me. Okay. And it also says we sent it to TCSO. Do we do that independently, or does the petitioner do that?
The petitioner.
Okay, so why does it say that that's what was done?
Well, we sent the entry, the actual order
Okay.
for them to file with TCSO.
All right.
The service packet was sent to the petitioner.
Cindy Perrette, on the 23rd of December, we did email you a packet that you were obligated to provide to the sheriff's office for service on Claudio Perrette. Because you didn't take that packet and get it to the sheriff's office did not know to serve Claudio Perrette.
Mi teléfono ni en casa. Y pues yo no sé qué ver.
I never received any document. I never received any email or any physical document, so I didn't know what to do.
Okay, what's your email address?
¿Cuál es su dirección de correo electrónico?
What's that?
We have Miguel Ferrete 03 at
So what's the email address at Gmail?
Okay, but I changed it. In fact, when I received the call for this hearing, I told them that I changed my email, and I provided the email that I just told you about.
Okay. Well, there must have been some confusion because the email we sent it to was that first, the Miguel Perrete.
Okay, so I had a problem with that email, and I was not able to recover my password, so that's why I provided that new email.
Okay. Can you just hand on the service packet today? And you think Claudio Perrete resides at 4?
Sí.
Yes.
All right, Senor Perrete, we will reschedule this hearing for the 21st of January. That's a Tuesday morning at 9 o'clock. What we're going to do is send you over to the civil office where you filed this paperwork initially. And they will give you a copy of the service packet, which you'll take right over here to the sheriff's office. And then you arrange with the sheriff's office for them to serve Claudio Perrete. And I suggest you stay in touch with the sheriff's office to make sure he gets served, because if he's not served, there's nothing we can do.
¿Está bien?
Okay.
So you can just head over to that office. Do you want him to bring this? And you'll take this document over to them. Eso es todo. Gracias.
I will let them know their.
Senor Claudio Perrete, you are dating Miguel Perrete, pardon me, Senor Miguel Perrete, you are dating Claudio Perrete's daughter, is that correct?
Yes.
And it appears from your statements that her father does not like you dating his daughter, is that correct?
Yes.
And he displays his displeasure with you dating his daughter in what ways? How do you know he's upset with you?
Porque me marcó y me acabó de insultar y me dijo bastantes cosas.
Because he called me and he insulted me. He told me a lot of things.
Mensajes y publicaciones también.
And through messages and posts as well.
Direct messages to you?
So,
Así por Facebook.
yes, through Facebook.
And what does he say on those
Para que
messages?
nos separe.
He says that he doesn't want to see me with his daughter and that he is going to do anything to separate us. That if any days he finds me out and about, he's going to tell me about it.
Has he threatened to do physical harm to you?
Well, based on the calls that he made, yes, I'm afraid of that. I'm afraid of physical harm.
I understand that you are afraid of that. Has Claudio Perrete specifically threatened to hurt you physically?
Sí, directamente no.
Well, not directly, no.
Thank you. And Claudio Perrete, how old is your daughter?
20.
Claudio Perrete, anything you would like to say?
Well, he's lying right now.
Porque la llamada que hicimos solamente fue para hablar con él.
Because the call that we did, it was only to talk to him. We wanted to talk to him that he is first cousins with my daughter.
Y eso fue todo. En ningún momento.
And that was it. I at any moment, I offended or insulted him. That was everything we said.
Y solo quise hacerle entender pues que son primos y eso era todo. Yo no tengo ningún problema con él. Quería decir.
And I just wanted him to understand that they are cousins. I don't have anything else with him. I don't have any other issues with him. And I never insulted him. That's false. I never told him that I was going to do anything to him.
And Miguel Perrete, do you have anything else you would like to add?
Aquí.
And he also did a post on Facebook about me wanting to arrange, fix my paperwork here when I already have my documents here.
Discussing your ability to remain in the country. Is that what you're expressing to me?
Exactamente, sí.
Exactly, yes.
Thank you.
Gracias.
The anti-harassment statute, which is the law under which this petition is filed, does not limit somebody's ability to say negative things about somebody else. The court does not restrict somebody's saying bad things about someone else. The court gets involved when those statements are direct threats to someone to do them harm. In this case, I am satisfied based on both parties indicating that the statements from Claudio Perrete are meant to discourage Miguel Perrete from dating his daughter. If indeed Miguel Perrete and Claudio Perrete's daughter are first cousins, then under the law, the dating becomes problematic. That will be an issue that Miguel Perrete and Claudia Perrete's daughter have to understand and work out. On the other hand, Miguel Perrete has the right to tell Claudio Perrete that he does not want to hear from him. So Claudio Perrete, you have made yourself clear to Miguel Perrete about your feelings about this relationship. And as I said, Miguel has the right to say he does not want to hear any more from you. So I'm not going to enter the order in this case because there's no legal basis for me to do so. But Miguel always has the right to come back and refile for an order if you contact him in the future. I have signed the order denying the request, and if you both have seats back there, we'll make copies for each one of you, which you can pick up before you depart.
Yes, Your Honor.
Good morning. You would ask for a continuance on this hearing, is that right?
Yes, I was asking for continuance due to a family member.
All right, I'll grant one last continuance, Mr. Nimskern. Is that how you say your name, is Nimskern or Nimskern?
Nope, you said it right the first time, Your Honor.
All right, so this case was filed back in September. We're going to bring it to conclusion at the next hearing one way or the other. So that's going to be on the 21st of January at 9 o'clock in the morning. And this will once again need to be served on Mr. Okert. And let's see what we've done for service. Looks like Tumwater Police Department's been the one that's serving us.
No, Your Honor. My younger sister and her husband served him.
So you want us to send a service packet to you?
Yes, and I can have it reserved to him.
Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor. Yes.
All right, thank you. And Mr. Nimskern, am I pronouncing your last name correctly?
It's Nimskern.
Nimskern, I'm sorry.
It's okay,
All
sir.
right. Mr. Nimskern, your petition asserts that Mr. Okert has been posting things on social media that aren't true. They're meant to impugn you. And he has made false filings with the legal system.
Yes, Your Honor.
False claims. Is there something else I'm missing in there?
No, Your Honor, that is correct.
Okay. Mr. Ryan, do you have any questions for Mr. Nimskern?
No, Your Honor. And Your Honor, I represent Mr. Okert on a criminal matter that involves his wife. Mr. Nimskern is now with Miss Okert, and I don't want Mr. Okert to say anything that would endanger that case in Superior Court, and that's why I'm appearing.
Thank you very much. I did note in here that Mr. Nimskern had indicated that he felt that Mr. Okert was violating conditions of release ordered on that Superior Court case. Mr. Nimskern, we'll make kind of short work of this. The things you've asked me to do to direct Mr. Okert not to post things about you on social media, not to say things that aren't nice or that aren't true, and to not file legal actions. I can't restrict him in any of those ways. So this process isn't used to silence somebody who is saying things you don't like to hear. It's used to deal with people who are directly harassing you by contacting you directly and by making threats. So I haven't seen that in any of the things that you have provided. Yeah, go ahead. I'm summarizing where we're at right now, but you go ahead and tell me something else you wanted to say about that.
Yes, Your Honor. So I've had to change my number twice now because I keep getting random numbers harassing me. Also,
Okay, stop there for a second. In what capacity are these coming in? Texts, emails, phone calls?
Text, Your Honor.
Okay, and do you know who they are from?
I don't.
Okay, but you believe they're from Mr. Oker?
I do.
Okay, go ahead. Anything else you wanted to say?
Yes, he's also have contacted my employees that I work with and has gotten my address, and my back window in my apartment was busted out. Now I can't say it was him, but it was strange that, you know, after I filed this restraining order, a couple weeks later, my back window was busted out.
Okay, and what do you mean he got your address? Tell me what you
So
mean.
he was talking to one of my employees and he was trying to figure out information about me.
And the employee reported that to you?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And you had indicated in here, as I said earlier, that you believe that Mr. Okert has violated the conditions of release on his Superior Court case.
Yes.
And I want to be clear, you haven't said that he has directly contacted you, but you believe it is making statements about you. And am I right in that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. I am going to deny the request for a full order on the basis that there's not sufficient proof that Mr. Okert is the one who broke the window or that he has had any direct contact with you. The allegations that he may be in violation of the conditions of release on a Superior Court case, you should report to the prosecutor, let them know everything that's occurred, and they can bring an action before the judge in that case and have that judge determine whether Mr. Okert's actions are violating his conditions of release, and that would be entirely appropriate.
Okay.
And I will say, Mr. Okert, Mr. Nimskern, by filing this action, has made it very clear he wants no contact from you. I'm not going to enter an order in this case, but to the extent that he believes and has evidence that you are indeed attempting to contact him, either directly or indirectly, then he can come back to court and say, after we had this hearing, he continues to do this. And if I'm convinced that in fact that's happened, then I would not hesitate to enter an order. I want to be very clear about that. And breaking somebody's window is malicious mischief. That's a separate crime. If that occurred, you don't need to tell me you didn't do it. You don't need to tell me you didn't do it. I'm not making an order today. I'm just talking. So I want there to be real clarity here. You're not to have any contact with Mr. Nimskern at his request. I am not entering in any court order, and I will sign the denial order today for this purpose. And
Your Honor, can I say something?
No.
Just a minute.
No,
Either
you're
one
not.
can access this through the district court file, and Mr. Okert, Mr. Ryan is strongly suggesting you not say anything at all.
Thank you,
All right.
Judge.
Thank you both, and thank you, Mr. Ryan. It's like Ms. Archer was served on the 20th of December. And you had a temporary order directing, directing her not to have contact with you because of the way she treats you. And she yells at you, even though there's this order that tells her not to contact you. Is that accurate?
This is actually the second order. I had one last year and I thought I could let it go because I hadn't seen her, and just about the time it was going to expire, she broke it and went to jail. So I came back and got another one.
Okay.
But it wasn't in time to let it just turn over. You know what I mean? They said I didn't come back like I should have, so I had to start all over again.
Okay. And the two of you used to be in a dating relationship, is that right?
No, we were just friends. I barely even knew her. Like, we were just friends for a while.
Okay.
And then I just decided not to hang out with her because she's got problems. I don't want to say anything mean, but she has problems.
Okay.
And I think that may be what made her mad, is because I just won't do anything, I just won't have any part of it.
And she does not reside in the same place you do?
No, she lives, I think, at the Holly Motel now. That's where they served her, and that's where people have told me that she is, and that's a place I avoid. I don't get off the bus anywhere near there or anything. So trying to do my part.
All right, I have signed a protection order. It will be in effect for 1 year from today's date. It's under the exact same terms as the temporary order that was previously issued. So, you're welcome. We'll get you a copy of that so you can just sit tight.
I'm just sorry I have to waste so much time.
Yeah.
Yes, Your Honor.
Singleton, good morning again.
Good morning.
Activate your video there.
There
There we go. Got it. Thanks. And Mr. Singleton, we do not have proof of service on Mr. Crookshank. And
Yeah, I tried to get the sheriff, not the sheriff, but the police department to serve him at least. But they told me that they couldn't unless y'all followed it for them. I was like, "What do you do?" I asked what they meant by that, but they like it has to be followed by the court to send to them through their email. I was like, "Can you not just do it like with this paperwork? I already have this paperwork right here." And I tried to give it to them, and they said, "No, we can't accept that."
yeah, okay. Looking now to see what the issue was and right. Right, but I mean,
If it's on an order.
yeah, so does that mean we actually have notice of hearings that are just sitting there and nobody does anything with it?
I honestly, I couldn't tell you.
Has this been a problem?
I won't heard of that happening once, but it wasn't in even our state. So I don't think it was or county. So
Okay.
I'm not 100% certain.
Can you prepare something where I'm ordering? Does Mr. Crookshank live in the city of Yelm or is he served by Thurston County?
He lives in the city of Yelm. He's currently staying with my ex-girlfriend, basically.
Okay,
So
so they reside within the limits of the city of Yelm.
yes,
Okay, and so you went to the Yelm Police Department and they said without a court order, they're not going to serve it.
yeah. I even tried to give them the paperwork that I have right here, and they told me they couldn't do it.
Right, okay. I mean, it's more like, I don't want to say they're saying they don't want to do it, but I'll sign a court order directing them to serve it. So we'll start that again and we'll get you back here on Tuesday, the 21st of January at 9:00. And that'll actually be courtroom 4 if you're logging in remote. We've configured a form where I've said that this is to be served by the Yelm Police Department and signed it myself. So hopefully this time they will take that. They may charge you for serving it. So just be aware of that. They have the right to do so. And then the hearing is the 21st of January at 9:00 and it's courtroom 4.
Okay, thank you so much.
All right. And we will email this to you, Mr. Singleton, and you get it to Yelm Police Department.
Okay, thank you so much.
All righty. Bye-bye.
All right, you too. Bye-bye. Yes, Your Honor.
Thanks for your patience, Mr. Singleton. You've had to sit through the whole hearing here.
You're fine.
Looks like Mr. Crookshank has not been served. I see 3 attempts to swim.
I was going to add. Go ahead, Honor.
Did you have any other information about that?
So apparently he moved out of county, and he's down in Longview apparently. And so I was going to ask it.
Do you have an address for him, a way to contact him?
I have an email. If it's possible to get the notice to him through email.
And how do you have his email?
His ex-wife.
Okay. And does he still use that email?
Say that again?
Does he still use that email address?
I believe so.
Okay. And what leads you to believe that he still uses that email address?
I honestly don't know, but I think it's because of there's another case with him, and he usually contacts his, I don't know, it's I don't know what we call it,
I'm guessing that's what that was provided to the ex-wife and then was probably provided to me.
Normally, I would say I would not set another hearing in this case because we've already set 3. Usually we just set 1 to give you a chance to get service. But based on the information you've come up with, that you have an email address that you believe he's actively participating in, and that would be an email from which he would receive service, then you can have somebody not related to you send the packet to Mr. Crookshank via email. And then we'll have to have a discussion just like the one we just had at the next hearing. And the court, likely, will have to be persuaded that in fact you received that email. So you'll want to note if there's any response to it or anything like that. And you'll have to send him a copy of my reissuance order, which sets, actually, this is just a notice of hearing. You'll have to send the notice of hearing that I'm going to sign, which sets the next date for February 3rd. Okay, for the 3rd of February at 9 o'clock in the same format, same Zoom information. And you'll have to send them a copy of the notice of hearing and a copy of your petition that was originally filed with the case. And those will have to be sent via email, so he has all that information. And we'll see you back on the 3rd of February and see if he appears.
Okay, thank you. I do have a quick question though. So, if you don't mind me asking.
Go ahead.
So, if someone is trying to help him invade the police and stuff, what do I do about that?
Evade the police as in there's a warrant for his arrest. He's skipping out on.
Well, it's more in fact that when this notice was about to be put out and trying to give it to him, he is currently staying with my ex, and I believe she's been telling him, and he's been evading the police that way.
Not much.
So I can't do nothing. Basically, I just have to email him, get the email out to him, I should say.
Yep. Yeah, you have to get him served in some capacity. You know, there's potential legal action that could be taken against somebody who's helping a person evade legal process. But if it's not somebody who's being charged with a crime, likely nothing's going to happen on that situation. So in this case, it's not a crime; it's a protection order that is at issue here. So there's probably not much that anybody's going to do about that. So it's going to fall on you to get service. So do we email the notice of hearing to you?
I'll send it to you.
We'll email the notice of hearing to you and the petition.
Yeah, everything.
Okay, everything you need to email to Mr. Crookshank will be emailed to you.
Okay, thank you so much.
All right, we'll see you on the 3rd of February. Thank you, Mr. Singleton.
Right. No problem.
Mr. Crookshank, good morning again. Mr. Crookshank?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. If you would activate your video, please. All right, it's now almost 9:30 and Mr. Singleton has not appeared. Let's see. If he did not submit a request for continuance based on his non-appearance today, I will strike the hearing. All right, Mr. Crookshank, you're all done. Thank you. You're all set. Mr. Singleton, good morning.
Good morning.
You missed your hearing.
Did I really? I looked on the website. It said the court proceedings will begin at 10 until 10:30 a.m.
Yeah, what it said is court begins at 9. The courthouse opens at 10.
Okay.
So because we allow remote hearings, yeah, I've been conducting hearings since 9 this morning.
Okay. Because I logged in at 9 and then it let me get in, and then I was like, okay, no one's answering, so I logged back off.
Well, I mean, people were getting in at 9, so Mr. Crookshank, in fact, was present. So we waited till I think about 9:30 is when I signed the order dismissing your petition since you didn't appear. So if you want the order, you're going to have to start again.
Okay.
But for now, this one was dismissed, and Mr. Cruikshank, who was here, I sent on his way at about 9:30.
Okay.
All right. Sorry about that.
That's fine. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All truth and nothing but the truth.
I do.
Okay. Thank you. And I'm gathering from the facts, two of you are neighbors, Ms. Miles. Ms. Lang, I'm sorry.
Correct.
Okay. In fact, you're immediate neighbors. And you have a fence, a property line, and you indicated that Mr. Miles came onto your property and was attaching your cyclone fence to your wood fence or some version of that?
He didn't come on. He didn't go on your property. He didn't come on the property. It was a situation where there have been modifications to the fence that was discussed. And I tried to talk to him.
To the joint fence, the common fence
Yeah,
between
it's
the
a fence that I put up 24 years ago.
two? Okay.
And when we started a conversation on April 10th, Mr. Miles came, I consider to be verbally and physically abusive. And, you know, there was a statement made to the sheriff, because I phoned them and they showed up, and he lied and included that he lied to the deputy about talking to me. And then when I tried to take pictures on that Friday, April 12th, that's when it became physical. And he sprayed me down. He grabbed me several times and shoved me. And it was a case of, I was in shock.
And did you report that he sprayed you and that he grabbed you? Did you?
Yeah, I phoned the sheriff's office.
And what did they say?
They asked me whether I was injured. And I
And
said, I couldn't tell. I wasn't physically injured. He hadn't struck me or anything. So I said no. And so there was nothing else happened. And then I phoned back sometime later to the sheriff's office to see what else I could do. I was told by a lieutenant at that time that this anti-harassment. I have not gone near the fence since.
so when Mr. Miles was doing whatever he was doing with the fence, he was on his side of the property line?
Yes.
Okay. And the wooden fence is further into your property from the cyclone fence.
It's actually a screen, Your Honor.
Okay.
It's to keep the bushes from going through the fence because the wooden part does not go all the way down.
Okay. All right, Mr. Miles, anything you want to say? You're muted. You're currently muted.
I approached my neighbor, Andy, and asked him her fence was falling down. I secured numerous places along the fence. That's what started the whole thing. And we had the material to repair it. And he asked her nicely, she got real rude with me. You leave my damn fence alone. And the day this happened, I was on my side of the fence trying to secure the fence and falling over. I got pictures of it. And she wouldn't leave me alone. She kept followed me from one end to the other, wouldn't put her hands on the fence, messing with the tools I had in my hand. And she's rude. And I got pictures of her fence, how bad it is, a wooden fence. And it's falling down. And my cats won't get out if it does, and I'll have to put chicken wire up on this side. But that's not the point. I did nothing to the worst thing I did to her, I sprayed her with a hose because she wouldn't leave me alone. I did not push her, I did not touch her. The woman has her problems, she really does.
Okay. All right, well, I'll let you know that spraying somebody with a hose meets the legal definition of a crime of assault. So just heads up, you could be charged for a crime with a crime for that action. So I just want you to understand that.
How about her grabbing my hand when I'm trying to work on the fence, reaching on the fence, she kept interfering what I was doing. I walked one and she'd follow me down there. I walked it back and then she'd follow me around there.
Okay. All right. And Ms. Lang, do you have anything more you want to say?
Your Honor, when I went out there on the 12th, that Friday, to take pictures, I made sure he wasn't up there. And I had braced my arm on the fence. I had tried to take pictures with my phone. Your Honor, I have no reason to fight that man now. As a matter of fact, I mean, you know, I have never had an experience dealing with an individual who's verbally and physically abusive.
No, I was not.
Okay, Mr. Miles, don't interrupt. I'll give you each a chance.
As he has been, I would not follow him around. He threatens to do things like cutting the fence down. And I'm sorry. I want a bigger fence. And, you know, he won't let me near it. When I'm out there, he appears. And it's like, yeah, it's like cooking somebody. There's a size difference here. I'm 5 foot. He must be about 5 foot. And he's, you know, his manner is.
Okay.
Can I say something, Your Honor?
Yeah, hold on, Mr. Miles, just a minute. So you both live on 183rd?
No, we share a back. So I think my property faces the.
Okay. All right. Mr. Miles, go ahead.
I got 4 neighbors immediately around me. I help them all the time do projects. We get along great. The only one I had trouble is her. And I tried to be. I wanted to fix the fence, it wouldn't fall down. That's what I was doing, securing the fence. I wasn't tearing it down. I was trying to secure her fence from falling over. And I've what's in? And you can't have a 5 foot tall fence on a property line. That's not. You can't do. I used to install fencing for a living, and I know what the fabric is facing her. Technically, it's my fence, the metal fence. And also, technically, I think, and I looked on the internet and did research, it's a shared fence, actually. It's not hers or mine, it's ours. And I was just trying to secure the darn fence, all I was trying to do. And she's not. And I got my neighbor, Andy Dotson here, and he's had interaction with her, and she's rude to him, too. I get along with all my other neighbors, not her. Nope. It's not.
Okay.
And her roof for 2.5 years had ugly ass tarps on it. It looked like shit. I had to stare at that.
Hey, you're in the court today, so let's watch your language.
2.5 years of that.
Okay.
I did not touch that woman. I tried to get away from her. She wouldn't leave me alone.
Okay, thank you.
I got pictures of the fence. Would you like me to send them to you guys?
No, that's not necessary.
Where I secured it from falling over.
Okay.
I cut the wire, the fence will fall clear down. I'd gladly help her fix the fence, but it's not possible. Rather get along with it, but I don't know if I can. I don't think she'll allow it.
All right. So technically, Mr. Miles is correct that the fence on the property line between two properties is a common fence, and the parties have to work together for the maintenance of the fence. If you want to put it on the interior of your property, then you can make all the decisions regarding the fence. And if you want to put up a new fence inside the fence that's on the property line, you can do that. There's nothing that stops you from doing that. So, but you may need to consult with an attorney. I'm not here to decide the property line. So if that's going to be an issue, then you're going to have to get your own independent legal advice. Honestly, just not related to whether there's a protection order here, is, when your neighbors and you have a fence, you want to talk to each other about it and see if you can come up with some solution that you both are satisfied with. And it sounds like the fence has been around a long time. Maybe it does need some repair, or maybe you can agree on how to do that, or maybe you can't. And I'm just saying that, listening to the two of you, you don't want to live in a state of constant conflict. So that I'm just suggesting that from listening to that. And nobody needs to respond. I'm just sharing my thoughts based on what I'm hearing here.
Your Honor, can I say something?
Sure, go ahead, Mr. Moss.
I served 2 years in Vietnam, and I got PTSD. I take medications to help with my mood. So I'm not a rude, mean person. No.
Okay.
I keep my place up. Told my neighbors. I'd gladly help her fix that fence if she accept the help.
I think she's indicating that she
I don't want his.
doesn't want the help. Okay.
I don't want his help.
Okay. No, I want the two of you bickering back and forth.
Yes.
Thank you. All right. Like I was discussing, it's not a great situation when the parties are at odds like this, each having a little different perspective on the fence that separates their property. Maybe there's a financial issue and the inability to keep the fence up, or maybe it's just personal preference. But people have the right to maintain their property, generally speaking, how they wish to do that. And in this case, there is a legal issue as to a common fence and the ability of both parties to access the common fence. That is an issue. I'm not going to make any determination on that. What I am going to say is this, is that based on the acknowledgement that Mr. Miles, in the course of the disagreements that he was having with Ms. Lang, in order to get her to back off Sprader, and as I pointed out to Mr. Miles, that's not the activity that's advised, since that is technically an assault. I will grant Ms. Lang the protection order and indicate Mr. Miles here to have no contact at all with Ms. Lang, and you're not to go onto her property.
I don't,
Ms.
I've
Lang
never been
is,
on her property.
okay, yeah, I'm not saying you did. I'm just saying as part of the order, you're not to go onto her property and you're not to have any contact with her. So if she's out there doing something with the fence, you're not to say anything to her. You're not to push her arm off the fence or spray her with water or anything else. If the two of you, if somebody gets on somebody else's property, then you can take the appropriate legal action by calling the sheriff's office. But that's the way this has to go. So, Ms. Lang, if you want the order renewed after 1 year, you'll have to come back to court and ask for it to be renewed.
Means she can reach over the fence and work in my property and work on the fence if she wants.
It's a common fence. If the two of you have an issue with the two parties working on that fence, then you each are advised to get the advice of counsel so that you don't end up getting yourselves into trouble. You may want to figure out what you can do on a common fence and what you can't do on a common fence. But Mr. Miles, pursuant to this hearing, you cannot have any contact with Ms. Lang.
I don't intend to. I do not like that lady.
You may not have any contact with her, and if you think she's doing something wrong, you may need to seek the assistance of an attorney and say, my neighbor is doing this to our common fence, what are my rights? And get the advice of counsel. All right. I've signed that order. We'll give Ms. Lang a copy of it, and Mr. Miles, if you want a copy of it, it's available in the file here at District Court. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lynn.
You're welcome. We'll give you a copy here in a minute.
Thank you.